Hello everyone, Videos A32 back again. I'm going to do another trick. I'll just put this box aside. I'm going to pull out the jokers. We don't need them. You can see everything is, it's all this mixed up. I haven't even touched these in a while. What we're going to do, let's see, we're going to spread out the cards into two piles here. Let's just try to keep them fairly even. Spectator would then take the cards and give them a shuffle. I don't have a spectator, so I'll do it myself. I'll even give them a little cut. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have the spectator choose one pile for a random value and another pile for a random selection. So let's say they choose this one for the value. We're going to have them cut the cards wherever they want. And we'll put that aside. Let's pull this over here for now. And now we're going to have to select a random card. Normally I would not see this, but I have no choice. So let's just say they say, oh, let's stop right there at the 9 of spades. They're in every the 9 of spades. We're going to give the cards again a nice little shuffle. Just like so. And we're going to put this on top of here. And now the selection is lost in the pack. It's been shuffled up. I don't know what the selection is. It's been shuffled up. And now it's been dropped on here. We're going to mix it up even more. Now we're going to use a Klondike shuffle. It's called, I think it was something they did back in the gold rush days when their hands were frozen. They just take the cards like so. They can even mix them up a little bit more. Try to keep this neat. I apologize. And just like so. And voila. Now, it's mixed up. Obviously, there's selections in there somewhere. I don't know where. There's no way I could possibly know where it is. Now, before we even found a selection, you cut a random amount of cards for a value. I have no idea how many cards are there, how many were left, how many was even in the packet. Of course, neither would you unless you're psychic. So, I have the spectator count how many cards are left. Or how many cards are here, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 is the value. We had no idea how many cards were in there up until now. So we're going to count down 17 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Had it been less, it could have stopped here, or here, or here, 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 here. But you start at this card. What was your selection again? 9 of spades? Oh yes. Alright, I'll show you how this trick works. It's a very cool, simple trick that I learned from mismag's channel recently. It's one of his recent videos. But it was done by somebody else. I forget the guy's name. I think it's Ian something. I apologize, I don't remember. So what you got to know basically is you got to know which card is the 26th card down. What I did is I just came up with let's use this card, a random key card, and I dealt down 25 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and I don't like that one being on here. 26. So now I know what the 26th card is. And I'm going to make sure that these aces are kind of separate so they're mixed up in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And you put that on there. And you're ready to go. I threw the jokers in here. Why? Because now I can take the cards out of the box, pull them out, and I can spread through the cards and put it in the spectator's mind that the cards are all mixed up. There's no kind of order as I search for the jokers. They have to be next to aces though. And now I put these aside, and what I do is I spread out the cards, and I'm going to locate, I'm going to grab the cards, bring them over, I'm going to locate my key card, and just flip the rest of these over, and there you go. Now we have 2 piles of 26 cards. That easy, and you can just have it set up beforehand, and then you just pull this out and use this as your first trick if you're performing. And then you're going to shuffle the cards. Actually, the spectator is going to shuffle the cards, but I shuffle them, and I actually used a false shuffle because I'm going to be doing one later on, and I did not want to arise any suspicions by shuffling the cards, you know, like this, and then later on shuffling like this. So I decided I would just do a false, shuffle, just because I'm going to be doing it later on, and I did not want to make it look different. I didn't want it to be different. Instead of, like, this is how I would normally shuffle overhand. With the false shuffle, it's a little bit different, so I decided to keep it the same. But of course, the spectator would normally shuffle, so it doesn't really matter. And I did a little cut as well. Then I had the spectator select a pile. One is going to be for a value, a random value. The other is going to be for a random selection. Of course, I could say, you know, I don't know how many cards are in there, but they're fairly even. That's all that matters. Because you don't want to know that they're exactly even, of course. So I select a pile. Let's say this one, and they cut a random amount of cards off, and that's their value. And now I can have any cards pre-selected. Let's say they say stop. Where? Wow. Let's say stop on the 8 of clubs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cards. I don't know what it is. I'll be showing like this to the spectator. And, you know, spreading them out like this and making them stop on a card. And, you know, I wouldn't see what it is, but I would keep it on the bottom. What I would do is I would, like, spread through the cards like this. And when they say stop, like, let's say they... This is not working out exactly. What I would do is I would, you know, spread through the cards like this, I guess. And when they said stop, I would stop the cards and keep that on the bottom. Tell them to remember that card, and then I would do the false shuffle. So let's get back to my 8 of spades here. Actually, it's 8 of clubs, I believe. So I would do that, and then stop, okay? And now I take the cards and do a false shuffle. If you've never done a false overhand shuffle, all you're doing is holding on to the top and bottom card with your fingers and peel the rest out. There you go. It's that easy. And you shuffle the rest on there. And this is why I did the overhand shuffle earlier like this, because now it just looks like a normal shuffle. You can't even tell. With practice, you can do it really good. We'll just put that back in there. But the card is still there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that on top of the remaining pack. I don't know how many cards are there. That's true. I don't know how many there. I don't know how many the spectator cut. But it's randomly lost in there. And I don't even know how this trick works per se. Because now you're going to do this Klondike shuffle. You can make up whatever story you want about it. But all it is you're taking the top and bottom card off and peeling them off and putting them down. Top and bottom. And you can do more than one at a time. What you do is take top and bottom off, hold them in your hand, and peel off some more. And then you just put them down. And then that looks like you're randomizing it a little bit. So it's not just like this, over and over. And in the end, you'll either have 2 cards like that, or you might just have 1. If it's an odd amount of cards, it doesn't matter. You just put it down if you just get 1. So that's nice and shuffled. You can even do a false cut here or there if you want. You don't know where the card is, but I wouldn't do actually a false cut after doing a Klondike shuffle, because you want that to be the final shuffle. But you can do a false cut before you get into the Klondike shuffle. You can do a false cut after the selection, after, you know, they select a pile. Before you do your shuffle, you can do a false cut. Now you get into this pile. You don't know how many cards are there. Spectator counts them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 cards. You can remind them. They could have had any amount of cards there. They got 16. But now we get them to deal down 16 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They can take that 16 card, put it aside. They could have stopped there, anywhere. There's that 8 of spades. They could have stopped before that. Somewhere. They didn't. They stopped at this card. This is their random value chosen at the very beginning of the trick, before any cards are selected without knowing how many cards were even cut, and it lands on their selection. I think it's a pretty cool trick. I like it. Let me know what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I don't be the Z42 back again. I just wanted to add something to the trick that is actually ironic that I just thought about. And that is, if you have some kind of a prediction that matches your actual selection, like I have on this Joker that comes with the deck, the 8 of clubs, you can throw that in there as an extra reveal. Go look at this. I actually made a prediction. 8 of clubs. So you can throw that in there if you want. That's just a nice little added feature with this deck. It happens to have that card as a prediction. But you can do that as well. You can make a prediction. You can actually force a selection if you wanted to, and then make a prediction as well as like an added kicker if you wanted to. But you don't have to. It's an awesome trick as is, as well as the poker trick I did the other day, and I think they would both go really well with the audience. So that's that. See you next time. Just wanted to add that on.